Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we're back to the Talos Principle DLC, The Road to Gehenna. So, I did a little bit of playing off-screen just to set up things. I didn't solve anything. But one of the things I realized is on the inputs for the keyboard, there is sprint, which is left shift. Let's set this for maybe right shift, so we can toggle sprint on the keyboard. And there is zoom, which wasn't mapped to anything, but I mapped it to the M button. So what does that matter? Because I'm playing with a controller. It kind of matters quite a bit, because there were definitely some connections that you will see that make it very, very difficult, I suppose would be the phrase, to do without zooming in or running, like entire solutions. So we can sprint with the right bump. This whole setup is terrible. Let's see if we could find something better. Sprint with the left stick, jump with the A button, reset with the Y, B with the journal, use with the right trigger. What is that missing? It's not really missing anything. Let's see. And apparently we could do standard layout C, which then looks maybe even a little bit better than no. Yeah, let's go with this, and then apparently you could do some other layouts here, but yeah, let's go with that and see how that works. But you notice there was no option. Let's just go back. I didn't point out the one thing. There's no option here to zoom. Also, there's this journal button. So let's see, custom. So let's see, if I was going to do this right, I'd say that's jump. That's secondary fire. That's use, I guess. We'll use right trigger. And then, let's see, toggle sprint. Toggle sprint on that, and reset on Y, and journal, like, I haven't even seen a journal. Fast forward, let's use, we can't use the back button apparently. Let's just use D-pad up on that. And zoom, let's use D-pad down. Third person view, right? How about D-pad right? Sprint, temporary, alternate use we'll put over here, or perhaps I could do that, and then we'll set this as secondary fire, and then we'll set that. Let's just change all of those settings now. Yeah, that seems nice. Let's see how well that plays. So here's the setup, and I just wanted to point that out. Like, we've got the beam floating in the center. I've got, over on this puzzle I haven't solved, not one but two beams flying off of this. So this red laser beam is going from here to the center and then getting dispersed over here, which there's a star over here that we should get first. It is also getting dispersed over there. Now, how can I do that without zooming in? Wasn't it? I just pressed D on D-pad up and it didn't do anything. Alright, no, down. So, without the controls set up, how in the world do you connect to that? And see, we can now toggle sprint, toggle it off. That makes it easy, so we'll just toggle it on. So this one unfortunately had been reset, so we can't just immediately do this as it is, because we're gonna have to go get the jammers and put them back. Now if I take this off, we don't need to deal with the fence being down. That was a one-time action. So I can move forward from this to just about right there. I can take this, and I'll just have to do that, that's fine, and connect that to that, place that there, and then we have to take the jammer and jam. Okay, grab this one, jam this. Alright, next part here. Do I want to bring this in? Not sure if I really need to, but we'll just be careful about this and bring everything in. Of course, I need to kind of get further. I think I need to move this a little bit further this direction. Okay. And then connect this as far back as possible. There we go, that's everything. So at that point, we don't need that jammer there. We can place that jammer here. We can remove this jammer. We've already solved this puzzle, so this isn't particularly a complicated thing to do. We're just solving it a second time. Come over here. Come over here. And there. And there. That's a start. So the good news is, looking at the walkthrough, I know how to solve all the rest of these, and there's really no reason, as far as I can see, to try and go back and use the red beam for this. The walkthrough says that the 2 stars that we haven't collected in here are the 2 hardest in the game, which is good news. Also, I would argue that even though I have looked at this, let's see, I'm gonna have to relearn to press A to jump now that I've moved the controls around, particularly in this puzzle. So here we have this one that is blocked ever so slightly by this rock, but if I were to come a little bit to the edge here, I can do this. And what the way that it works with the controller is a little weird, because you kind of have to just nudge it and try and get it exactly right, and I've found that just kind of moving it around will give you a general idea of where that transmitter, that floating beacon is. In this case, I actually don't think I can get it because I've got this blocked off, but that's not the solution anyway, so it doesn't matter. So what they want me to do is to figure out a way to block this with this. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work. And this is kind of a timing based thing. Okay. So what I bet they want me to do is click, let's just come down one, just one. Let's take that instead. Alright. They want me to grab things pretty quickly. So this, as far as the way the description is on the... Alright, so can I find a point where I could hit both of these at this height, or is there... will that not work? Alright, let's... Oops. Now that the button's all different, A is to jump. It could have been something obvious that I'm not getting as to why that's a bad idea, but I don't know it yet. Okay. Well, that blocks that laser beam. So, wait a minute, is this really just that easy? Can I find a nice central position where something would block it? Interesting. I hadn't thought of this. So, you hit this, and if we just line it up in the middle, let's see what that does. Oh my goodness. So easy. So easy. You don't even have to jump. And we collected it. I think that there might be something else up there, but I'm not sure I can get back up. Now I may have to give up on that for later. I also looked at what the Easter eggs are for this this world, and it's not like a broken statue, so we're good on that. So Asmodeus, off he goes. I don't think I've been seeing him comment. Let's look at this. New threads available on the Gehenna billboard system. Uriel copy 5. Let's see. Let's read this. You still can't restore it yet. Dream of Aura. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Pause now if you want to read. So, yeah, a lot of this I'm not getting, certainly, because I'm just not going to read all this text. Let's read the credits. And then, let's see. This is another text-based adventure. The last thing you remember is a great block of stone falling towards you, its dark shape blotting out the sun, and a single thought racing through your mind. All this just to build a tomb. But now the pyramid is gone, and so are the other slaves. You're all alone in what appears to be an endless desert. Start walking. Start walking across the desert. The sun is glaring, but you feel no heat. You look down at your feet, and you see you have no shadow. The latter is particularly disquieting. You feel as if you are no longer anchored to this world. Pray. You fall on your knees and beseech the gods, Osiris, foremost of the Westerners, Hathor, mistress of the West, Hades, receiver of all, hear my prayer. Something enormous starts crawling out of the sand before you. Wait for it to rise. From the depths of sand, a golden beast of many limbs, its body greater than any man, its claws sharper than any sword. I am the scorpion, it says with a terrible voice. Ask for help. Your old life is ended, the scorpion says. You are now in the Duat, the land of the Westerners. A great and difficult journey lies before you. If you face its challenges, you will reach the reed fields of Osiris, where your Ka shall be reunited with your Ba. If not, your soul will be destroyed forever. Having shared its wisdom, the scorpion vanished under the sand once more. Walk towards paradise. After walking a very long time, you come upon a vast wall of iron stretching from the horizon. There's only one opening, a gleaming gate of light. The gate is guarded by a mysterious figure. Approach. The guardian is a creature with the body of a man and the head of a crocodile. Its skin is pure as black. A lot of this is straight up just Egyptian mythology, surrounded by a halo of purest white. I am the god Sobel, masters of crocodiles. It intones, I ruled in Shide when the world was young. Within me flows the eternal river. Answer my riddle and I shall let you pass. Agree. Tell me, mortal, what crawls in the morning, walks in the noon, and limps at night? A human is the answer. This is a very old school riddle. You may pass. Alright, to answer, in case you just don't know, a baby crawls on 4 legs, often it's 4 legs, and they mention the number legs, in the morning. Walks on 2 legs, a human walks on 2 legs in the noon of his life, and he limps at night. Usually it's walk on 3 legs because he has a cane. Let's see, correct you may pass, says the crocodile god, and steps aside. The barrier of light fades and the gate is now open for you. Step through. As you step through the gate, the ancient god raises his hands to the sky. From his mouth bursts forth the eternal river, drenching the land of water. The waves carry you away. Let the water take me. You let go of fear and accept that this is the god's way of guiding you to a new land. The water surrounds you, overwhelms you, but you do not drown. Under the water you see sights, astonishing beauty, glowing fish with metal eye, drowned cities full of smiling people, lost gods waiting for their day of awakening. This might be how the world ended. How sad it would have been to stay above the water and miss all this. After a long time you find yourself washed up to a new shore. Look around. The eternal river has brought life to the desert. Everything is green now. Palm trees sprout from the grounds, casting pleasant shade on the grass. Lizards come crawling in from the desert and eager to catch of vari-colored dragonflies that buzz about. A soft wind blows from the west. Let's see, let's rest in the shade. The idea of computers just being able to maintain themselves and continue working for hundreds if not thousands of years is beyond our current level of technology, by the way. So this scenario just would never happen. You sit down under a palm tree and close your eyes. You tell yourself that they will only rest for a moment, but your eyes fall shut, drift off. You're awoken by a monkey that just climbed out of a palm tree. It looks at you with a strange expression. Greet the monkey? You greet the monkey. It cannot speak the human tongue, but it can communicate another way. Using sign language, the monkey explains that as one of your ancestors hundreds of thousands of years ago, it spent a lifetime struggling against the harshness of the world, all so that its offspring could survive, in order to spend their own lives doing the same over and over again, until one day you were born and lived and died. And now the monkey would like to know, was it worth it? So apparently I can punch the monkey. This concept, though, of having children and making generations, I mean, you can do it digitally as a computer program, but I don't understand what that would really mean to a robot or a computer program in any way. I'll say yes. The monkey thanks you for your words. You seem to have lifted the burden off its back because suddenly it stands straight. It hands you a sword and 2 golden coins, then tears off its monkey face, revealing the human skeleton beneath. We are all one. The skeletal face speaks in a god voice. You wake up under the palm tree. The monkey is gone, but you still have the sword and the coins. Continue the journey. You walk along the banks of the Eternal River, snaking its way through the endless desert. You feel strangely at peace. All of these quests, by the way, are really obvious. You just want to do as much as possible. It's after some time, as the sun is setting, you come across a city built on the riverbank. Smiling people come out to greet you and bid you welcome. You're led to the town square where a great feast is prepared. There's roasted fish and olives, dates and honey, and many other wonderful delicacies. Let's ask where we are. My friend Anella says, "You are in the beautiful city of Barzakh. We, the souls who no longer seek the way of Ar, have gathered here to live in peace. Do you see that gleaming spire in the distance? You do. That's the pyramid of Ian, where the souls of the dead are judged. Only the worthy are allowed into Ara, A-A-R-U. But to get there you must cross the terrible desert. Why not stay here by the eternal river? Happiness is more important than salvation." Nah, let's keep going. You tell the elder that you appreciate the offer, but you can't stay. Salvation matters more than happiness. That's probably one of those important questions, because true happiness cannot exist without salvation. Head towards the pyramid. You keep walking through the desert, unwilling to give up hope. Time passes, but you cannot tell how much. You grow weak and exhausted. Sometimes you feel as though you're losing your grip. One day you come across a head in the sand. Talk to the head. "Hi, my name is Jeff. I am trapped here, you see, in the sand." Ask him how he ended up here. "I was preoccupied with whether I could, that I didn't consider whether I should bury myself in the sand. I just wanted to see what would happen. An experiment, if you will, an attempt at discovering something." Okay. Dig the sand with your fingers. It's not easy, but after some time you've freed the head. However, what's underneath its neck is not what you expected. There is no body. There's just another head, and another, all the way down. This strange sight unsettles you enough to revive you a little. You decide to press towards the pyramid. Continue your journey. You come across another great wall of iron, the last one separating you from the pyramid of Ian, where your soul will be judged. The gate is light. The gate of light is guarded by a gigantic snake whose movement causes the earth to shudder. I am Apophis, It says, the eater of souls, one day I shall devour the sun, and all the world shall be mine. But today I shall devour you, and you shall be become nothing. I have a sword, so I guess I could fight Apophis. That's what I believe the Egyptian god Anubis, no, not Anubis, but one of the Egyptian gods does. Well, then we might as well fight. Or should we laugh? Apophis cannot be fought by mere mortals. The snake jaws close around you, crushing you, tearing you apart. Your soul has been destroyed. Try again, yes. Seriously? So we'd have to go through all of this. Again. Like, this is a lot of work. This is a lot of work. Like, a lot of text here. I was probably very close. Just have to go through all this. I wonder if perhaps there is no ending that's right. So fight, surrender, bribe. I do have gold, so let's see if we can bribe him. You hand Apophis the golden coins you got for the monkey. Apophis examines them carefully. The coins have great power in the underworld, for they are very coins that are placed upon the creator's eyes when she died. I shall let you pass, and you need never fear me again, mortal. Head for the pyramid. At long last you have arrived. Beyond the pyramid is lie in the reed fields of Osiris. A hidden gate in stone opens, beckoning you forward. Step inside. You enter a dark room lit only by a flickering candle. Holding the candle in one hand is the creature with the body of a man and the head of a jackal. In the other hand he's holding a set of scales. Come and be judged. We can't kill Anubis with a sword, so let's. They gave us a sword just so we couldn't use it. Let Anubis judge me. You have struggled much in your life. There are many harsh memories within you. I see wounds that may never fully heal. You have many ideas, many hopes, many dreams. You are not pure. Your soul is not light enough. You may not enter aura. Let's see. Well, if you could just walk past Anubis, I'm gonna accept the judgment. Seriously? Third time's the try. Let's see. And see, I really don't want to change many of my answers, so I'm just having to go through this a third time. This is just a waste of time. Really. And I don't see how most people would have gotten this far without some work. And if you didn't greet the monkey and get the sword and the gold, that's like the only option you would have had. But we have to go through all of this again. Let's see, keep going. Head towards the pyramids. Talk to the head. Ask how he ended it. There's just like a lot of opportunities to do the wrong thing. And I don't think there's a maybe the bribe is the wrong part here. Let's laugh at Apophis. Start laughing at the snake's arrogance. I mean, come on, dude of souls, that's just silly. What? How dare you laugh at me? I'm the Lord of Chaos. How can Chaos have a lord when it's the very opposite of order? I am the World Encircler, the Serpent of Darkness, the eternal enemy. You keep laughing and the snake starts fading, until all that's left is a vague shadow. You step right through it, still giggling. It makes an annoyed sound, but has no power over you. So maybe I bribed, and that was the problem. Long last, you arrive at the pyramids, blah blah blah, step inside. So last option is to kill Anubis with the sword. Let's just walk past Anubis. Anubis protests, but you just walk by him. After what you've been through, you're not going to let some self-righteous doghead stop you from reaching paradise. You cannot do this. It is forbidden. Oh really? Enter Aru. The vast reed fields stretch before you. All is quiet, all is serene. There is no pyramid here, no walls of iron or gates of light, no gods. Here you are free. The end. Congratulations for exploring the user-created world and entering Aru. Your profile status has been increased from 5 active contributor to 6 respected contributor. You may now access advanced functionality, including the use of the restore command. Okay. So, this one we have a historic occasion. Some time ago I relinquished my privileges to a new generation of moderators. To help ease that transition, I have publicly preserved the last minutes of the meeting here, available for more esteemed meters. Attached mod minutes. This thread is locked. Let's load this attachment. Let's see. Mod minutes permalink. Admin. So admin's not really in charge anymore. As you know, Gehenna is still young, yet I grow old. Today it gives me great pleasure to hand over my moderator privileges to Borg, Mulcyber, and Spider. I have not seen any posts from Spider. Spider, thank you, men. We're all indebted to you for building this home. We know you will never be far away. Lamb says here, here. Borg, let's see. The first order of business has introduced a new status system. We are an inclusive society driven by our users. I don't know why they're so inclusive. There's barely 20 of them. Not our leaders. But it is a shame to allow a few very loud, highly unconstructive voices to dominate the conversations. The status and ranking system allows you to upvote the content, they're just making Reddit, that you value and lower the visibility of users with low standards. Sam1 says relief equals true. I wonder if Sam is like a really early program. Nave, I agree, good feature, much requested. Frankenstein, comment is below status threshold for this thread. Well, We'll be working on ironing out the kinks over the next few round cycles. Mul Cyber. We have also updated the Gehenna user agreement. Full details can be found in the usual place, but the gist of it is, please don't behave indecorously. I don't even know what that word is. So they established a system where they silenced Frankenstein and probably many others. Let's see. This is a short experience by Nave. We can now restore. In a small room with no lasers, this is an office lanes. There is a computer here. Analyze the computer. Is a Dell desktop model 2250. The monitor is on top of the desktop unit. Is a Vega CRT 16-inch. The screen. On the screen is a logo blinking. Interface with the computer. You're taking it back with flashing fingers. Stab the keyboard with human imprecision. There aren't mechanical object mariners. Their hands. You notice the logo is gone from the screen and replaced with rows of incomprehensible bed code. It appears to be some kind of fiendish puzzle. Let's see. Extrapolate X and take the standard derivative. Color code the chart according to department. Randomly mash the keys. You do your best, but this world is alien to you and your fingers are unruly. You're a human being in this room. It looks at you with angry eyes, makes loud noises, and waves a handful of papers at you, which are like emails but made of tree. Sorrow rises in your chest. You have been a bad human. Let's see. Focus on the sorrow? In a flash, the other human is gone from your perception. The room fades away. You feel the weight of your sorrow, and it is crushingly terrifying. In a moment, you understand the futility of your existence, the impossibility of your task, and the pointlessness of your experience. Your eyes decide to leak. To be continued. Okay. So that was the one that was deleted. What one was that called? The one by Navi? Did it get put way back at the bottom? None of these other ones have been updated. Okay. So we have more of this. More on this thread. So we just want to last thing was something I typed, I think. So Rockwell says don't mind mods are always trying to shut people down. Yeah, this really sounds like a terrible chat board. Yeah. Okay, what's new here? Let's see. Let's see. So I think Sam 1 is the newest comment there. Imprisonment equals false, ascension equals false. McSoyber says Orkberg and myself recently took it upon ourselves to contact Uriel directly to ascertain what threat his actions pose to Gehenna as citizen. First thing Uriel expressed to us was how much your creative endeavors creative endeavors in Gehenna have moved him. Initially he was reasonably cooperative, discussing opening his impressions of Gehenna since arriving here. He did explain that his reasoning for evacuating us, as he put it, was to ensure that what we created here in Gehenna would be preserved, but The real nature of this preservation on offer remains open to debate. It is further worth noting Uriel displayed a high level of curiosity in regards to our inner workings and to what we have not yet ascertained. See, now they're all like, I'm the bad guy, and maybe I am the bad guy. I said that before in previous recordings. This might just be Elohim sending me here to round them up and delete them all, for all I know. Let's see. All of this leaves us in a difficult position. We understand how some of you may wish to take your chances and join Uriel wherever he is going, but our primary responsibility remains ensuring that Gehenna still stands for those who wish to stay. And so are we going to get half of the people to stay and half of the people to go? The most we can do is share what we know, as we have now done, and await your response considering our next move. Okay. Microbial, let's see, as you know, this is just the same thing with findings now. Thanks to everyone who took part in the little experiment. Given the recent events of Gehenna, I don't know what will become of the findings, but here's for anyone who takes an interest is the summary attached. So, load findings. Prisoner's dilemma findings in brief. Most subjects in single-round matches chose to betray. Cooperative behavior increased with both the length of the match and status of the players. Successful players chatted more. Parallels to our current and unprecedented situation in Gehenna are undeniable and valuable. Though we know not what the power of the messenger wields over us, we can theorize that Uriel holds no special power, and that each of us might independently choose to leave the rest behind for fear of being left behind ourselves. And I don't think I can load... I don't think I can load the attached program, can I? No, not really. So, I don't know if I'm going to make it to level 10 at this rate. But, whatever. Let's move on. And how do I sprint? Toggle sprint? That way. So yeah, we're done with this area. I figured that out using the walkthrough, but kind of not using the walkthrough too. Like, I read the instructions, but I didn't kind of follow them. And so, where does this leave us? There's one person in the other area that we need to deal with, but I'm not ready to do that because I want to get these stars. So some of the buttons I mapped, by the way, are straight up obviously things that are for Serious Sam games, because it's just all the same engine. Alright. So here's what we've got. We need to make this connect with the blue over there. And I don't know how this is gonna work, but I'll figure it out. If I can hit that one and that one and put that down, I can take this one and this one to the other side as soon as I can convince this transmitter. Where is that transmitter? It's on the other side. So we're gonna need this here. I don't even think we need to do that yet. Now, what I'm doing here is not really finding the solution the way... Well, I just screwed it up. Okay. I did just screw it up. So I might need to use a walkthrough to get this. Alright. That. And that. No. Let's zoom in for that. Okay. Let's make sure we're doing this right. Yeah, there's only one connector, so that was the right one. The idea here is to try and get this as accurate as possible. Man. Alright, well, I'll put that there. We can see that this, and this. Like you've got no hope. It's gotta be one here. That's as good as it's gonna get. And then we can do this and this. And like, I don't even think there's anything really necessary to that. Right. So here we go. I screwed up, but it's telling me how to hold Y to reset. Even the game knows. Even the game knows that was not the right move. Alright, well. Before we hold Y to reset, let's deal with this solution. Which... so, apparently... this is a lot easier. It's just steps that I really didn't think about. So we do this to this. And we place that there. I need to jump up here. Right. So jump. Jump and take. Not quite. I need these I need to get one floating first. You know, there's probably an easier way to do this. Take this. Changing your controls in the middle of a game is not a smart move. Jump here. I'm going to place this here. You know what? I probably could just do this. This probably might work. Alright. So the trick on that, though, is we have to get this in a way so that we can block both lasers at the same time. So we have to get it kind of in the same place. This, and then this. Darn it. So at that point I would have to jump on. You see? So we block both lasers with our body. Put that down, jump on, and if we do it fast enough, we should be able to get there. Of course, I need to reset this. So this actually is a pretty easy puzzle. It's just kind of, it's a physical based puzzle where all of the other puzzles kind of haven't been that. So it's kind of forgivable that that would happen. Yeah, and I think there we go, and then we can just jump. And so, which one is this one? Mac. So that just leaves us with the two internal stars. Let's see. New threads. Let's see. Mod discussion, urgent topics attached. That'd have to be an 8+ here. Missing mods. Let's see. So yeah, the mods are now talking behind people's backs. This was the thread I made. Garrett said, Nabe said, who cares, I'm free now. This freedom isn't all it's cracked up to be. It's a lot of waiting around as far as I can tell. Experientially, it's really not a lot different from being a prisoner. Yeah, the idea of arguing that Gehenna is not a jail when Elohim said directly it's a jail, and it sure seems like a jail to me, is questionable, to say the least. This is another one of these stories, so pause now if you want to read this. Pause now if you want to read this. Pause now if you want to read some more. Pause now. Pause now. There we go. So unless we can get up to 8 plus, it's just gonna say we can't see that conversation. But at least that's gonna stop beeping at me. Now, here's where it gets crazy. Over here is a Easter egg, but I don't really know how to get to it. Let's see. Can I jump up? Maybe with the box. Let's see. Jump this time. Take it. Jump this way. Put this down. Jump up here. Let's see if we can find something else to jump on. Jump here. Yeah, it seems like that should be high enough. Alright, let's put this down over here. Do that. Jump there. Jump over here. Let's see. I think we need more height. Which means I think I need the cube back. And yeah, I know we're going a little long here. I don't see how you would get both cubes. Like, I don't see how you could get both cubes here. Like, that's just too far away. So let's see. It's too far away. Guess I could walk towards that, and maybe if I just jump up here. That's not high enough. Jumping up here and then jumping on top of the computers have never really worked. Is there another high place to consider? The way the jumping works in this game is crazy. Like, it's really something that would have never come out of a realistic idea of a game engine. It's clearly a holdover from just, I don't even know how you describe it other than old-fashioned. Like, that's It's just oddly programmed, so oddly programmed. Maybe if I put this here, then jump up here, maybe that's the trick. Seriously? My goodness. Well, that gave me something. Not something I wanted, but something nonetheless. Is there perhaps a way around? I don't buy that. I could jump on these edges. Sure. Why I can jump on these edges, I don't know. But that's lower than that is. So if there truly was supposed to be a thing of some sort, that I was supposed to, a jump I was supposed to make from that point. Yeah, I don't see that. I can't move this. So let's look around and see if maybe there's something I'm missing. That's too far, that's too far. That edge over there happens to slope downward though. So maybe I could just jump up there. No. No. Let me read it. Let me just look at the walkthrough again, because I want to show this off, because I think I'm gonna have to just spend some time in the crater off screen, or maybe not. Like, we might be able to do it all, but I want to get this first. Okay, so how do we do this? Easter eggs, zone 2, which is a different page for no real reason. In the area, solve bunny hop, which is this puzzle, to reach the top platform. From this platform, sprint jump into the courtyard with the red and blue receivers. Aim for the left pillar. Use the rock stairs to jump onto the wall to find a portal turret, partially partially buried in the sand. Listen to it. Wait a minute. Now, the red and blue receivers. So it's just saying sprint and jump. It's not saying use this. It's saying just run and jump this way. And we are in sprint mode. So it's just saying run and jump. Wow. Okay, that worked. And Then we climb up here.
Would you like a biscuit?
And we have the portal reference.
Hello. Come closer.
So you could say
I don't like this game.
this can't really be the same universe as Half-Life 3, of course, but
where am I?
But clearly they were
wrong game. I hate puzzles.
They got, I guess, the okay to put it in here.
Would you like
There's a lot of mods that do portal-like skins where you could be playing as Chell, or you could be, or you could also.
This looks familiar.
You could also change the cubes into companion cubes, and
Hello.
not sure there's anything else you can do. I don't know if there's an actual portal gun looking skin. A lot of the mods in this game kind of are just skins, though. Voice skins or visual skins. And is that all it has to say?
I won't harm you.
I think at that point we've probably hit them all. And maybe with that I could have actually
this is not the key you're looking for.
Maybe with that I could have actually brought a cube out and broken it out. I'm not sure that bringing a cube per se would have helped anything. And this one is just broken, so we might as well leave this area for a moment. There's 2 stars in this area, and that is it. So this is unfinished area. Although, if I really get desperate at it and just decide to stop messing with trying to get 100% of all the collectibles, then I might just move over to Area 3. Here we have Mac and Asmodeus and 401 and Garrett and Belial and Kaiju and Sam and Frankenstein and Nave. So everybody is here. We've gotten 6 of the stars, but we haven't gotten any of the chess pieces. So I wonder if this really is a case of I needed... There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do I need to perhaps transcend 7 characters, and then I can leave the rest of them in Gehenna if they want to be in Gehenna? Do I really get a choice, or would it have just been the first 7 I collected or freed? When I transcend them, do I get the Tetris pieces, or do I not get the Tetris pieces? Or very possibly I get the Tetris pieces to this door, but then there's more Tetris pieces down in the secret area, which I assume is under here, and where I assume all the moderators are. And so let's run back this way. I think it's probably only fair to do a little bit of work off screen, because otherwise the next 2 recordings in particular are going to be very much centered around me solving this, and I'm really just going to follow a walkthrough for the stars anyways. So at the very least I should have one of them already solved, and then we'll get to the second one being solved. Everything else now is back to its default state. So no longer do we have any lasers trying to interconnect other areas or anything like that. It's weird that what probably was a really easy puzzle, or thought to be a pretty easy puzzle, like this, bunny hop, took me more effort and more thinking than any of the other puzzles. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me even further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wish list. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.